Hi everybody, this is Corrine Forrest, and today I'm going to talk to you about what to do when you're about to give up on that New Year's resolution. So, first of all, everybody knows that people make New Year's resolutions and they have a tendency not to keep them. So who keeps them? Well, you can. Really, if you want to. And today's video, I am going to share 4 tips on how to revive that resolution when you've kind of decided to give up on it. So my first tip is to make it known. Tell people about it. It holds you accountable and it triggers something in your brain that wants to be held accountable. That you'd be embarrassed if you told somebody that you were going to do something and then you didn't do it. So by all means, tell people about it. My second tip is to enlist a friend, and it would even be better if that friend had a similar goal. And the studies have actually proven for weight loss that if you set a goal to lose weight, you are more than twice as likely to fulfill that goal if you write it down. And then you are twice as likely again if you tell somebody about it, like in our first step. And you are twice as likely again if you actually enlist somebody to help you with it. If you say, I'm going to meet you at the gym, or we're going to meet in the park and go for a walk or a run, you are like 8 times more likely to achieve your goal than if you don't do that. So by all means, enlist a friend. And I'll even tell you, my girlfriend Ruth is perfect for this. She'll be all sympathetic at first, oh yeah, that sounds hard, that sounds rough. But eventually, man, that girl pulls you up by the bootstraps and she'll be like, you know what, I am sick of listening to you gripe about this. Just get off your butt and do it. Except she doesn't say gripe and she doesn't say but that is exactly what I need to hear. So I always tell my girlfriend Ruth when I'm involved in, setting goals and resolutions, because she's the perfect accountability partner for me, even if she's not involved in the goal at any given time. The third tip is to break your goal down. For example, my husband and I are going to be building a new house. We're going to start fairly soon, and the goal is to probably move in the year 2024 to the new house. And so I have a resolution to go through my stuff so that when we move, we only move the stuff that we want and that we need. I don't want to be one of those people who are like, you know what, just box it up and I'll decide later on that. So this year I want to go through the different storage areas of my house and go through them and get rid of things that we don't need. And storage areas are, by definition, where you kind of put things that you think you might need. Well, you know what? I've lived in this house 18 years. There's some stuff that I just don't need anymore. So I broke that goal down into the different areas. There's the attic, there's the basement, there's the shed out in the yard that I want to go to. And then I even broke, like the basement and the attic are particularly big. So I even broke those down into, for my basement, I have a toy room, I have a work room, I have a sump room, I have the furnace room, all of which has stuff that's gathered over the years. And then like in my attic, I have the space where all the Christmas stuff goes that I'll go through at one point, and then the rest that I'll go through. So I divided my attic into 2. So that's how I broke down that particular goal. And my fourth tip is to have a plan. So I listed out all these different storage areas of my house that I want to go through in the next year, and there are 11 of them. So basically that boils down to I have 1 month of grace, but then I probably need to do 1 storage area per month. So my plan is to do that once a month, and then my plan to actually accomplish it is pretty consistent. I have a method of I set aside areas of, I take everything out and it goes into one of like 4 or 5 piles. So the first pile is things to keep. Second pile is things to donate. Third pile is things to trash. Fourth pile is things to maybe resell. Craigslist and eBay are my friends. And then the fifth pile is things that need to be relocated. They're things that I want to keep, but it's not in the right place. And because it's not in the right place, I would never find it to be able to use it. So I take everything out, sort it into those 5 piles, and then all the stuff that keeps gets put back neatly into the place, and then I expedite each one of the other piles to where it belongs. My favorite being right into the garbage bin. That's the easiest one. So if your goal is important to you, you can revive it even though you might have decided to give up on the goal already. So leaving you with this from the lighter side, I overheard this conversation from an open basement door. 2 people were down there and one of them said, "Oh my God, this basement's a disaster. What are we going to do?" And then the other voice said, "We're going to back slowly up the stairs, close the door, and never speak of what we saw today." Good luck with your reviving your New Year's resolutions. I'm here to tell you, don't give up on them. You can do this. I believe in you. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.